You can throw boom at the same time. As he punches, boom, he go down.
Absolutely.
It's all about moving after you punch. As soon as you punch, you're gone.
I think Gervonta Davis is probably the greatest fighter around now, but he's got a tough fight coming up. You know, he's the top dog. There's no doubt about it. He showed that.
Now, if you know what you're looking at, the guy must be around 150 right now, 153, something like that. And you can really tell when he's sideways.
Mike Tyson has finally broken his silence after stepping into the gym with Gervonta Davis. Ahead of the highly anticipated showdown against Jake Paul, and the boxing world is buzzing. Tyson, who's been closely mentoring and observing Tank's training sessions, couldn't hide his excitement over the champion's new form. Davis has returned to the ring looking more dangerous than ever, showing off a noticeably bulked-up physique that stunned fans and analysts alike. With thicker arms, a more defined upper body, and his trademark explosive speed still intact, Tank's transformation proves he's taking this fight deadly serious.
You can't really tell, but when he turns sideways, the guy is a wrecking ball. He's literally a baby rhino out there. And I think that is the idea for him to bulk up and be a little powerhouse out there. And I'm all for it. I'm going to tell you in this video why I think that's the best thing for Tank and why I think he will be knocking on 160 pounds. Now, at the end of this video, I'm going to be showing you guys another workout of mine. Let me be absolutely clear with this, all right? I'm not trying to say that I'm a great fighter. I'm not trying to say that I'm better than you. We all know, Lord knows, that all you guys in the comments are Olympic gold medalists. You guys are fantastic fighters, and I can't come close to the level of great technique and great fighting that you are. I'm just working out, all right? And I was definitely trying to hit the bag as hard as I can. I was really working on my hooks more than anything. Now listen, I know that I'm trash, all right? So, you know, just look at it and be like, okay, showbiz trash or whatever. Or if you want to be inspired and you're on a journey like I am, I'm trying to get back. I'm trying to not look like I'm 45 out here, all right? Other than the gray and the beard, all right? If you get inspired, please let me know in the comments. Other than that, all you Olympic gold medalists out there, I'm nowhere on your level, all right? But if you want to see it, it's going to be at the end of this video. Now, Gervonta Davis. Listen, the reason why I think he will be knocking on 160 pounds is because I think that's his walking around weight. And I have receipts for all this shit. You guys remember what, 4 or 5 years ago where he missed weight against Gamboa?
Mike Tyson recently revealed that he's leaning slightly toward Davis in the upcoming fight against Jake Paul. His reasoning comes down to pure punching skill. After training with Davis, Tyson said he was blown away by Tank's explosive power, sharp timing, and ability to generate knockout force from any angle. Tank's punches are different, they've got that real snap. That old school power, Tyson reportedly said. He added that while Jake Paul has shown real improvement and discipline, Davis's instincts and ring IQ give him the edge. Tyson believes that if Tank stays focused and channels his aggression the right way, his superior punching technique could be the difference when the two finally meet in the ring. During an interview with ESPN's Stephen A. Smith, Tyson agreed with Smith's bold take that Davis needs a knockout to win. Smith explained that with Jake Paul's massive fan base, media power, and promotional backing, Tank simply can't risk letting it go to the judges. Tyson nodded in agreement, recalling how many great fighters have lost close decisions because they didn't finish strong. Tyson then fueled the hype even more by claiming Davis could be the next version of me, a modern-day Iron Mike built for destruction. After watching Davis train up close, Tyson said he sees flashes of his younger self in the undefeated lightweight star.
See, I kind of lean towards Davis a little because of his style of fighting and what makes him different than most fighters that I once did is when he punches, he catapults himself in the air. And normally in the air, you're out of position, you have no leverage. But for some reason, myself and Mr. Davis, our best point is when we're leaping in the air, like being catapulted to punch up, because he's not much of a guy that punches down, as we saw with Pitbull Cruz. So what's his name? Pitbull Cruz gave him his hardest fight, But he was a very aggressive guy, not like Ryan is.
Yeah, you talk about Isaac Cruz. Definitely, he gave it an aggressive fight.
Yes.
But I thought that particular fight, Gervonta showed me boxing skills that I didn't even realize he had because, Pitbull comes at you and he's very good defensively, so he covers himself well. But I thought Gervonta did a great job boxing in that particular fight. Here's what I think. I think this is the kind of fight Gervonta Davis is going to have to get the knockout because Ryan Garcia is taller. Obviously, he's fighting at a catch weight with that dehydration clause and all of this stuff, but he's longer, he's taller, he's got a jab, he uses it to avoid that power that Gervonta Davis is going to give him. He wins the fight. I think the only way for Gervonta to beat him is to knock him out. To that, you say what?
I believe he could beat him if it goes the distance as well.
You think Gervonta can beat him if he goes the distance?
He's going to win the fight, yes.
So you got him winning this fight?
Yes, I do.
He's a Bidarian. Jake Paul's business partner and co-promoter recently admitted that while Jake holds a clear advantage in size and weight, he can't match Gervonta Davis's lifetime of experience. Bidarian acknowledged that Tank has spent his entire life in boxing gyms, mastering timing, distance, and power against elite-level opponents, something Jake is still learning, he said. Jake's bigger and stronger physically, but Tank's been fighting since childhood. His instincts and fight IQ are on another level. Bidarian added that although Jake's dedication and work ethic have earned respect, experience is something you can't just buy or learn overnight.
Gen Z and Gen Alpha, they are the two biggest boxers in America, and they are putting it all on the line. One has the speed, the skill, the accuracy, and the one-punch knockout power. The other has the size, the force, and the unbreakable confidence to make this must-see Netflix. The size difference is obvious, but so is the skill and experience difference. One man has been doing this for 23 years, since the age of 7. The other picked up the sport 5 years ago and has virtually no amateur experience. So the size difference is what makes this plausible. The king of the jungle here is Tank Davis. He is the lion taking on the young elephant that is Jake Paul. The lion is looking at me like he's about to eat me. The lion is fast, he's fierce, and he's fatal when he strikes. But the young elephant is big, powerful, and hard to knock down. And come Friday, November 14th, the jungle will be set in tropical Miami, Florida, and the world will be watching live on Netflix globally to see who the victor will be. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, there will be a victor because the fighters have agreed and the commission has approved a maximum weight of 195 pounds for this exhibition. The fight will be contested over 10 3-minute rounds. The fight is 195 pounds, Tank, as you know. The fight will be contested over 10 3-minute rounds, and when Tank and Jake enter the squared circle to go to battle, they will be wearing 12-ounce gloves.
For Bidarian also addressed concerns about Jake Paul's physical advantage over Gervonta Davis, insisting that size won't be the deciding factor. He explained that the heavier catch weight was necessary, only because Jake is still relatively new to the sport. He also revealed that the Davis vs. Paul matchup wasn't something thrown together for attention. It had been in the works for a long time. After a planned bout with Canelo Alvarez fell through, this fight became the obvious next move. According to Bidarian, Davis had been pushing for this matchup for years, and once the Canelo negotiations collapsed,
Jake and Tank are gonna happen November 14th.
Whatever weight they want, man, they're talking about it, and whatever it is, there's gonna be a definitive outcome. People can talk about pro, exhibition. We're gonna make sure this is as real as it's real.
Why was it, just out of curiosity, why is it not a professional bout and why is it an exhibition? Because I'm sure Jake would have taken the professional bout.
Nothing's been communicated as yet in terms of what it is, right? Similar to, if you remember with Tyson, when we announced it, we didn't have the weight. We didn't have the rules, particularly in terms of the number of rounds, the minutes, the gloves. It's going to be the same thing here.
Gotcha. Can you just offer us any insight as to how these negotiations were? And the reason I ask is because I remember back in March, I was at Tank's fight, and after his fight in his press conference, he was asked, next opponent. He said, well, my next opponent might have been in my locker room tonight. And people asked him, was it Jake? He made reference, he made allusion to. Has this been an ongoing thing? And has it ever, been at a point where it wasn't going to happen and came back? Or was this always the plan?
Always been the plan for Jake to fight Tank once Canelo didn't happen. And to Tank's credit, he's a real bad dude, and he's been calling out Jake for 3 years. And people, it's funny how now they're saying size matters, Jake is big, when for so long it's been Tank would kill Jake Paul. And now you get to see if that's real.
Despite Davis's clear skill advantage. Former world champion Carl Froch warned that Jake Paul's size and unorthodox power could still pose a serious threat. Froch said, Tank won't be used to getting hit like that, reflecting a growing concern across the boxing community. Many view this fight not as a fair contest, but as a dangerous mismatch, more spectacle than sport, with questions about both.
Just here at Los Naranjos in Viva, España, and I found out that Gervonta Davis is now fighting Jake Paul. So Jake Paul was supposed to be fighting AJ. Eddie Hearn announced 99% done, which we've just spoke about. What next for AJ? Potentially Jake Paul. But it now looks like that Jake Paul is fighting one of Anthony Joshua's legs. He's fighting Gervonta Davis, somebody who's a quarter of his size. I don't even know what's going on. Has Eddie Hearn been played? Let me know what you think, but the AJ fight with Jake Paul's finished. Gervonta Davis, fake Paul, November. I don't know what's going on in the world of boxing. This is an absolute joke. What next for AJ? We'll get into this, and there's so many questions I want to get into in the next episode, but I hope you enjoyed this one. And yeah, I just thought I'd give you a quick update because the news has just come in, and I'm just trying to relax and play a bit of golf, and I can't. I've got to get it off my chest. I'm going to add it to this video. Hope you enjoy it. Don't forget, if you haven't already, hit like, share, and subscribe to the best channel in the business, Froch on Fighting, and we'll see you very soon.
But those criticisms ignore everything Gervonta Davis has already accomplished. He's a multi-division world champion, undefeated, and known for producing highlight reel knockouts that prove his elite talent. Choosing a high-profile, attention-grabbing fight now doesn't erase his legacy, it expands it. In today's boxing world, where promotion, star power, and entertainment matter almost as much as skill, there's more than one way to be great. Davis is proving that you can chase legacy and business at the same time, and still dominate in
the casual. But what about the hardcore boxing fans? Won't we stand up and put some value on fighters that dares to be great, that respect the sport of boxing and not just the business of boxing? Ryan Garcia never been a champion. Shout out to Ryan Garcia, but Ryan Garcia never been a champion. Making more money than these guys, Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez, right? Ryan Garcia, the less accomplished fighter, was just main eventing in their last fight. Devin Haney was the co-main event, and Teofimo Lopez was playing third fiddle. Where was the hardcore boxing fans' dollars? Where was the hardcore boxing fans' appreciation?
So what do you think? Is Gervonta Davis chasing the money with this Jake Paul fight? Or is he out to prove that he can dominate anyone, anywhere? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.